Hey, it's Ashley Jarnies, and today I'm going to be discussing a show I spam watched because when I first started it, it was really interesting. It was sweet, and I was like, oh, this old couple. And this show is called Us, like the Jordan Peele movie Us, but not the Jordan Peele movie. It's a show, it's a BBC show, and they say it was based off of a book. I'm like, again, I'm not going to look up which one came out first and stuff. It just kind of you know, I know this happens a lot with organizations and businesses and stuff, but it's like, why do you all make things with the same name? Because now it gets confusing, and then people have to look it up over specifically. So actually, in the about section of this video, I will be putting the IMDb, the thing that gives a synopsis and a picture of the show. So yeah, that site. So I liked the show when I first started watching it because they had this old couple. They met up because she was kind of a hippie, but she's into art, and he was a nerd. He was a very smart guy that went to college not for art but for he went to college for science, as you would assume when I say he was a nerdy or very smart guy. So he went to a event his cousin invited him to excuse me, to end up meeting her. So the cousin set this whole meetup that he was a friend that you just sleep with. That's it. It's just nothing more. And it's like, no, what in the world? I just feel like when people say these things, why can't they think of STDs too? Like, I'm not saying freak out, oh, that's bad. No. You could be as free as you want to be with your body. But to like brag about it and make it seem like it's cool is weird. It's something that you could keep to yourself. It's like when they say don't kiss and tell. That's a saying for a reason. Please, everybody, stop. I don't need to know about your history in the boudoir. I really don't. So, anyways, he's like, oh yeah, well, he hasn't slept around, but he's like, well, you're beautiful, all that stuff, and it's like you can't always just look at the cover of the book. Another thing, the contents are just as important. I know she's pretty, but dang, like, why would you just settle for, oh well, she's pretty, and then you and her have nothing else in common but lust? So the only reason why I'm being this critical, because where the story went is just, it will piss you off. Like, at first when I started watching it, I was like, oh, old couple, they grew old, then they were married, that's so cute. And then I find out she told him that she's a hippie and she wants to always be in a relationship where she could always leave if ever she get bored. And he's like, well, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So you already started off talking in different languages. Honestly, you both weren't on the same page, and you were like, let's go forward with this. So yeah. So then he goes, and they had a shotgun wedding because they only got married because she got pregnant. And it's like, that is just it's so ghetto. It's ghetto. Then it's like, okay, so you got married because you got pregnant, not because you actually cared about each other, not because you could, I don't know, I don't care what anyone says. They're like, oh, marriage is a business, and so as long as it's building each other's brand or business, it's doing something, it's getting you somewhere. A relationship, the ship is taking off, it's going somewhere. But for you to just like, oh, we got together and anyways, like, and that's it. We're just going through the motions. Like, honestly, hippie guys are all about that, and you could do that with them. But if you realize that he's not that, why waste his time? So toward the end and stuff, okay, so she had a miscarriage. No, she didn't have a miscarriage. Anyways, the baby died. She had another one. She spoiled that one. And she said, I don't want to discipline my kid. I don't want to discipline no kids. And I don't want to have no more kids for you. I just want to have this one, right? So she's winning in every battle in this marriage. He is really spoiling her, okay? It's to the point now, like, you start feeling bad for the dude because he's over here always trying to win her love and stuff, and she's like, I'm getting bored. Then she over there, why don't you spoil our son like I spoil our son? Why don't you just keep telling him that you love him every 5 seconds? Why don't you go and let him go and do a career that doesn't pan out, spend all your money because you have the big paying job that's gonna pay for all this stuff while paying for, most of the bills in our house and all of the pets that I want and all these things that I want. Why don't you just go broke doing it or go in debt? I don't care. Just spoil me. And it's just like, is she crazy? So, okay. So then she goes and she's like, okay, now I also want you to go and just get ready for this divorce. So that's how the series started off, and it was time jumping, but I just put it in chronological order for you. So she goes and she's like, yeah, I want a divorce. Okay. He like, I don't want a divorce. Son get lost. He was hippieing around. And then they find out that the son was faking, well, the dad found out the son was faking being straight and being around this hippie girl, that he really isn't straight. And it's like, okay, that's fine. So all the while she being critical of the dad, talking about, oh, you don't care about our son and you don't love him and all this stuff. But guess what? She went home when the son went backpacking over Europe, and she's over here being critical on the phone with him while she laying up in the comfort of her home in their bed. She over here telling him, yeah, when you get back, I'm gonna divorce you. And it's just like, you're spoiled. Then, like, out of all the horrible husbands in the world, this man spoiled you. And then the whole time he's trying to fight to win your love back and make it where you don't end up divorcing him. And you're like, oh no, because I just want to get out of the relationship. I just feel like from the jump, she should have just known that she shouldn't have kids and she should be a person that doesn't get in a slowed down relationship. Like, I'm not blaming any one of them. I'm not saying it's wrong of her, and I'm not saying it's wrong of him. I'm just saying that he could be in a long-term relationship because he is aspiring to be with somebody for the rest of their life, whereas she just wants to party, have fun, and be in and out of bedrooms and junk. That's not long-term relationship. I even need to know the person's face or their name long enough. Material, like, just be who you are, really. So it just seemed like she just wasted his time because he told you what he was looking for. I know you told him, hey, well, this is how I am. But you, common sense, it should have told you that that is nothing conducive to a long-term relationship. That's just... And then I'm going to get on him too, because if someone shows you that they don't love you, stop investing so much time. This is why I got depressing, because... And this is why I'm not going to go and be like, oh, yeah, everyone should watch it. No. I think when it started off, it was great. It's all lovey-dovey. It's sweet. But it was bittersweet toward the end. And I know life is like that. But who wants to watch that in these times right now when we have to deal with so much on TV and so much drama going on? No. And all the sickness in the world. No. That is depressing. So then he goes and he on his expedition trying to find his son, wandering all over Europe, running away from them, not answering their phone calls or their text messages, because again, the mom who spoiled the son taught him, hey, you could hippie it about, and if people care about you, it don't matter. As long as they care about you, you don't have to like keep in touch with them to just tell them that you're alive when you get to different destinations. That don't matter. All that matters is that they're always constantly reaching out to you. It's like the Keegan and the Key and Peele sketch where the guy kept saying, Meek in your jacket. Like, why does he have to keep begging you to turn around and get your jacket? Why does he have to basically kowtow to you and care about you, and then you don't return as much care or even care that he cares about you. It's like that's the sad part. But the upside is that the boy, his son, had a redeemable quality, and I'm sure he probably took that more from his dad, that he does care, he just doesn't pay attention that much. So I'll give him that, because at the end, when the dad ended up having a heart attack, he needed to get a stent in his heart, because he was going to bring the boy back. He was going to go on some of the excursion with him, because the boy and him had a little sit down, and they realized, oh, he's a good dad, and he does care about you, he does support your dreams, all that stuff. Because who paying for the college? You have to understand, you wanted to go to art school, who paying for it? It's not your mama. But yeah, and why she leave him with paying for your art college? You think your mom's paying for that? No, not with her art job. Oh, I go and help artists go and get in galleries here and there. I have to look for some good talent. Here and there means sketchy money. That don't mean a constant check. She's not the owner of the gallery. But anyways, so then she goes, okay, so she again was telling him the whole time, so that she was texting him, okay, I'm glad you got our son and stuff, but remember, I'm going to divorce you when you get back. Like, wow. It's just crazy. He thought he could actually, by getting the son and getting in good graces with his son, that she would be like, yeah, you got in good graces with our son, so now, yeah, I'm not going to divorce you. But nope. So, on his expedition looking for his son, he ran into someone that thought like-minded as he does, which is, they think more logically instead of by feelings and where the wind blows today and hippie-like. So, yeah, or shall I say emotionally. Yeah. So he ends up with the lady at the end, right? And this is what like grated my nerves toward the end. Like, you told him we got a divorce, I'm over it, blah blah blah. But then why are you over here going and telling him, oh yeah, so now that we got a divorce, do you want to go after since our son just did his debut in a gala, do you want to go and in a gallery, he did his debut in a gallery. Do you want to go to the bar and let's, I don't know, hook up and then, but lady, you 60 something years old and he is married to someone else. You are out of your mind. Okay? It's so many levels of disrespectful with that. Like, she was like, oh, that other girl I'm mad because I was there first. No, you said that you want to be everywhere the wind blows in different bedrooms every different night. So why are you trying to get on him now that he is married to someone else? Like, respect their marriage. He told you he's a one-woman man and he only wants to be with one woman for the rest of his life. You were like, oh no, I don't want to be settled down. I don't want to be moving slow even when I'm old. So do what you said you were going to do. That's so crazy. So anyways, yeah, and he ended up meeting his new wife, and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go walking around, because that's more of his pace, whereas his son and his ex-wife always wanted him to run about and all that stuff, and it's like, that's too much on him. He's older, and again, like, she'll be like, oh yeah, eat hot food and drink a lot of liquor. Like, how is he gonna do that? And his health is not in good with that. Then she risked his health again, talk about, oh, it's no big deal. Take a drink of liquor. It's no big deal. When the doctor told him that if you drink liquor, that could speed up your chances of having a heart attack. You have a stent in his heart. Like, she's like, it's so, the level of inconsideration is out of this world with that lady. Like, I just can't even. So yeah, it was interesting at the start. But you probably don't want to watch it because it seems like most millennials are going down that track. And there's not enough of him in the millennial stack, honestly. There's just not. So you're going to have a lot of these old hippie people. They're going to be 60, 70, wrinkly, gray hair, trying to have like, and I'm a millennial, okay? And trying to put like dye on their gray hair and stuff, looking crazy, trying to go and still run the town like they 20.